Tuesday night was like no other for the United States politics as the U.S. vice presidential candidates, Tim Walz and J.D. Vance, clashed in a televised debate on the CBS News stage. The two candidates shared powerful policy disagreements and personal attacks during the 90-minute debate. The debate opened with a question on the Middle East crisis. Walz answered the question with a pro-Harris remark while taking a dig at former President Trump.
That Donald Trump is fickle. He will go to whoever has the most flattery or where it makes sense to him. Steady leadership like you witnessed today, like you witnessed in April. Both Iranian attacks were repelled. Our coalition is strong, and we need the steady leadership that Kamala Harris is providing.
To which J.D. Vance presented with a defensive answer commenting on the Harris administration's use of assets in the war.
Donald Trump actually delivered stability in the world, and he did it by establishing effective deterrence. People were afraid of stepping out of line. Iran, which launched this attack, has received over $100 billion in unfrozen assets thanks to the Kamala Harris administration. What do they use that money for? They use it to buy weapons that they're now launching against our allies, and God forbid, potentially launching against the United States as well.
The shadow of their bosses hung over the candidates, with Walz attacking Trump as a threat to democracy and Vance slamming Harris's record on the economy and illegal migration. Commenting on the issue of migration in the U.S., Walz accused Vance of vilifying migrants. In a fiery moment, Vance had his microphone briefly muted when the moderators tried to fact-check him on migration.
I think it's important to say what's actually going on. So there's an application called the CBP One app, where you can go on as an illegal migrant, apply for asylum or apply for parole, and be granted legal status at the wave of a Kamala Harris open border wand. That is not a person coming in, applying for a green card and waiting for 10 years.
On a question about abortion rights, Vance accused Democrats of taking a very radical pro-abortion stance. Walz hit back, quoting an incident of a woman's death.
There's a young woman named Amber Thurman. She happened to be in Georgia, a restrictive state. Because of that, she had to travel a long distance to North Carolina to try and get her care. Amber Thurman died in that journey back and forth. The fact of the matter is, how can we as a nation say that your life and your rights, as basic as the right to control your own body, is determined on geography?
In a surprising turn of events, the name of the Republican presidential nominee, Donald Trump, came up far more times than Harris. After a surprisingly polite but decisive debate, both contenders received appreciation from citizens, politicians, and their respective presidential partners. Bureau Report, NewsX.